So we'll jump back to code, and I'm going to get rid of this status append. We don't need to keep printing that out in there. Okay, so what we want to do here is, first of all, we want to turn this back into a pan gesture recognizer, right? Because we want to be able to get the information out of it, right? So this is a pan recognizer, right? And we'll just cast that UI pan gesture recognizer.
Okay.
Recognizer. Right. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. And then what this will give us is what we want to know basically is we want to know where the finger has moved, right? Where the user, they're panning to, where that position is. Okay. And so what we can do is the pan recognizer has that, and it has a method basically called translation in view. Okay. And what this does is this will give us back a point, basically give us an XY coordinate relative to the view we're asking for.
Relative to the view
that we give
the recognizer is attached to?
Well, we pass in a view. What view does it want to compute this against? Okay. And so what we want to know is we want to know the plus minus. We want to know where has it moved in our in the main view of the display. Right? We want to know where should we put that button basically. Right? Where's that button?
So you could find out where it is relative to the map, relative to any of the buttons, because those are all different views. I mean,
I haven't tried that, but yeah, I guess I don't know if it has to be in the same hierarchy or not. Like if it has to be a sub-view of the view you're asking. I imagine it would. I would think you would have to be in the sub-view.
But we wanted it at the top level.
Right, so basically that button
kind of an absolute X and Y on our iPad.
Right. Okay. And remember, what it's going to give us is the translation information. It's not going to give us an absolute XY. Okay. Right? It's not going to tell us the new position of the finger, meaning an offset, a delta. Okay. Right. It's moved up 1x. It's moved to left 1y. Something like
relative
that.
Relative to the overall.
Relative to the origin. Relative to relative to the let's see, it wouldn't be the last move. It's going to be the overall gesture. Okay. Where the gesture started to where the finger is now, giving new x, y deltas. Okay. Okay. So that's what we're going to ask it to do. We're going to ask it to translate based on our. So we're going to want self.view, right? We want to translate our view in the main view, and it's going to give us back a CG point. Okay. All right. So it's CG point. So this is the the offset. Basically. So that'll give us our new offset.
So isn't that a bit of a weird, I mean, as I just think about how the language is set up for a point, I mean, you hear the word point and you think it's an actual coordinate, but this is actually kind of abusing the data structure a bit, right? It's not using it as a point, it's using it as a distance representation.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of point meaning it has an X and a Y value.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's just using the data structure, but not necessarily the semantic meaning. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we have an offset. So what we'll do is let's go ahead and move. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how you get this wrong until you get it right. Kind of thing, right? So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to take our button, right? So this is the thumb button, thumb control button.